So I'm at work the other day and talking with my friends and just kind of, getting back into the swing of what may be normal life again. And I see this really cool tweet, and it's from Xbox, and it says, "Hey, we might need some glasses because these controllers look fuzzy." Follow and retweet the Sonic 2 sweepstakes for a chance to win a Sonic 2 Xbox Series S custom console and controls. And I'm like, what? This sounds awesome because I love looking at collector edition consoles. I have a few of them on my own. I love looking at the artwork and comparing and contrasting, seeing what cool styles are out there. So I'm like, okay, Sonic 2, this looks cool, but I'm looking at it on my watch. My iWatch is like freaking like a postage stamp. Like I see this little tiny picture, it looks like Sonic and Knuckles facing off in battle. I'm like, cool. I get home tonight. I click on the link. This is what this thing is. What the hell is this? Here is a picture of these janky ass, fuzzy ass, horrendous controllers. I thought this was a troll. I really thought this was a troll post. This is an actual thing. This is on the news.xbox.com website. It says, to catch these controllers, you better be faster than Sonic and more powerful than Knuckles. Xbox and Paramount have teamed up to celebrate the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog 2 film with a limited time only custom console and a custom set of controllers inspired by Sonic and Knuckles. The custom black Xbox Series X features a gold portal shining on its surface alongside an embossed Sonic logo with textured coatings reminiscent of the bristly textures of hedgehogs in the wild. The new Xbox wireless controllers come in Sonic Blue and in Knuckles Red. So here is, I am not making this up. This is honestly the ugliest thing I've ever seen. What the absolute hell is going on? Okay, so there's so many ways to unpack this. Let's look at the console itself first. Okay, it's an Xbox Series X console. And look, free is free. No one's going to say no to a Series S. It's a great console. It does everything that the Big Brother does, but obviously it's a little cheaper price point for people. Okay, you have a lot of real estate here. So I understand that the console can be orientated horizontally or vertically. Here, they obviously chose vertical because they wanted to have this really ugly, and I know this is the box art, by the way. So yes, I am picking on the actual movie poster art. It's just the picture of Sonic and Knuckles staring at each other, probably just airbrushed on. And all they did was they made just a giant, gaudy looking gold ring around the cooling fan at the top. And it just doesn't flow at all. The rest of the console is black. The contrast just doesn't seem to be there. It doesn't have a nice appeal to it. It wasn't done in a really kind of classy way. This seems like something, you know what this seems like to me? You ever been playing Forza, or you've been playing any of these like WWE Create a Wrestler games where you can take any clip art you want and just like drag it onto like the wheel of your car or on your wrestler's back and make your own custom tattoos? This looks like somebody went online, Googled Sonic and Knuckles clip art and just pasted it on the console. Like, yeah, that's good. And then somebody's like, what would be really cool is to put a gold ring on it. And they put this just weird gold ring around it that just doesn't flow at all. But that's only half of it, okay? Then you've got these Muppet-ass looking, horrendously ugly controllers that match, obviously, for Knuckles and for Sonic. And they clearly have posed them in front of the console in case you forget who is who. These things just look so uncomfortable for 1,000 different reasons. Ergonomically, you're going to be holding on to this fake, cheap shag material, which will undoubtedly capture and contain every natural oil in your hand. Within 2 or 3 days, these things are going to be the slimiest, crustiest controllers. It's the equivalent of taking your hand and just sitting it on the top of your head, or if you have a pet, just put your hand on your pet for like an hour and feel the warmth and feel the humidity of you, and that feeling is just not going to be there. So that's first of all part of it. So these things are going to get matted, particularly where you hold around your palm, kind of your thumb joint. That is where you're going to have just these major impressions on the left and right of the grips on these controllers. Most likely will stain, like I said, due to the oils in your hands, the natural oils. I mean, if you're a sweaty dude and you're eating a lot of Doritos and the Dewey and all that, right? Yeah, probably even worse. But for just normal people who aren't heathens, it is just going to be an oil magnet. Then you have the fact that it's this uncomfortable shag-like material, which undoubtedly is some sort of either a wrapper put on the controller or somehow glued on. So you're going to have chunks of not only dried glue, but of red and blue pieces of hair all over the place. Because when you're holding your controller, your hand is naturally going to slide slightly on the side. You're going to pull remnants of the hair off with you. Additionally, when you're moving the analog sticks or trying to press any of the face buttons, they don't really show a good photo, unfortunately, of the top. So it's hard to tell what's going on with the actual trigger buttons at the top, unfortunately. But definitely on the face buttons, definitely on the analog controls, just in natural movement, hair will naturally get caught in there and you will definitely begin to shred that. There's no doubt in my mind when you are trying to press one of the buttons on the controller, hair will cover up the button because it will naturally rest downward. It's not like they have made, you can even see it here. I mean, look at this blue A is almost completely camouflaged. And over here, you can start to see hair from the center covering down on the A and the B buttons. You're going to have a bad time with this controller. It's just so ugly and so goofy. There's nothing redeeming about this. It wouldn't sit well in a controller stand because of the fur. It would slide off. I don't know what's going on the back if it's completely hairy all the way around. If so, I assume there's a cutout for the controller charging port on the controller. But if this is some sort of wrapper, it's just going to kind of slowly unwind and fall apart. The actual console itself looks ugly and gaudy. There is absolutely nothing redeeming to me about this at all. I think this is a really interesting idea, doing a collaboration with the upcoming video game release, or the announcement of the movie rather, and ultimately you're going to get more games coming out. I mean, here they talk about the Sonic DLC for Minecraft, and more stuff's going to be coming. But in a way to drum up support and excitement, Microsoft, this ain't it. You guys have done some phenomenal artwork, particularly with some of the older Gears consoles. I am a huge fan of the Halo Infinite console, the Halo Elite controller, which is my daily driver on all things PC gaming now. I love it. When I look at this, it looks ugly, it looks uncomfortable, it doesn't look fun, it looks like it's a joke. I honestly thought this was an April Fool's joke, but no, this is actually 100% legit. So if you're interested, go ahead over to the official Xbox Twitter and follow along with the rules and regulations so you have a chance to win your very own. To whoever is watching this video, if you happen to be the lucky guy or gal who manages to score this controller, I will bet you a Coke this thing does not last 6 months before it's in the garbage. Maybe the console, you keep the console, but the controllers, nah, brah.